Welcome to our Women Build information session. Um, and our theme this year, it's kind of an ongoing, we pretty much always have a very similar theme every year, is Women Unite, Women Give, and Women Build. And we are going to share with you today all of those three opportunities with our Women Build program. Okay, so we're going to go over what is Women Build, what's new for 2020, and any questions you may have, and then we'll go over the registration process. And so if at any point anyone has any questions, just go ahead and use the raise hand option on your control panel, and that should alert me that you have a question. Okay, and then at the end we'll have questions as well. So no worries, we're here to make sure you get your questions answered. And also, I won't be the only one speaking. Hi, Margaret. Frances Hardy, our Director of Resource Development, will be coming in for a portion of the webinar towards the end, but she'll stay on. She's logging in right now into the webinar, and she'll stay on until the very end to make sure that if you have questions about her portion, that she's here to, she'll remain on the line as well to answer your questions. Okay. So what is Women Build? So it is an amazing movement that started in 1991 in Charlotte, North Carolina. And from there, it has gone across the United States. And we have participants from all walks of life. We have young women who it's their first time building. We have men who just are really supportive of women and, and their wives or their daughters or their moms, their sisters, and they want to support Women Build as well. You'll see men building, you'll see men on our volunteer crew that day. You'll definitely see men on our construction staff, and then some of the men from our staff actually come in and support as well. So we say that it is for women and their allies to unite, give, and build. And that theme, that spirit of Women Build, if you will, has over the course since 1991 built 2,700 homes in the United States. So not only are they habitat homes, there are 2,700 specific Women Build homes. And the reason we have started this movement is, as many of you probably very keenly aware, women and children are most likely to be affected by poor living conditions. If you think about it, a lot of times single households where there is only one parent, it is often the woman who has the primary responsibility for children. Not that dads don't as well, but often it is the women and the moms. And not only do we have that factor impacting the living conditions. Imagine only one income then, most likely, especially when the children are little.
Join the meeting.
Then on top of that, as we all know, women are only making about 78 cents on the dollar to men. So this is why women, why we have a Women Build, is to not only make to show that women can build and to empower women, but also to bring an awareness to those conditions that adversely affect women and their living conditions, and at times stops them from having a more prosperous, sometimes a more healthy life because of those living conditions. So that's why we say it's more than just our two-day event. It is a national movement as well as an awareness builder. So last year, so we're talking about our specific Women Build. So last year, we had Women Builders frame 2 homes in 2 days. So we had 150 women builders, and it included 10 sponsoring organizations, and we raised $35,000. And what was really impressive, and you'll see the before and after pictures pretty quickly here. We were able to expedite construction to the point that we were actually able to finish those homes in under 7 months. And it was because the Women Build event really uh, got those houses framed in those 2 days, which typically takes quite a few more weeks to do that. And so you will see the fruits of their labor. So this was the early morning of the very first day of Women Build last year. You can see that the dining room was just some blue paint on cement. And so this was what you'll see. So the slab portion is the actual home. The structure that you do see towards the back, the wooden structure, those are actually their garages. Those were built a few days before Women Build by corporate teams, and high school teams, I believe, were out on the builds before then. So what Women Build focused on was framing 2 homes. So by the end of the second day, as you can see now, there are 2 homes framed. Those are actually, you're looking through one home to the back of the, or to the other home. And that was, so within 48 hours of that first picture, you see this one. And this is what it looked like. And 7 months later,
has joined the meeting.
This is what the homes look like now. And this was at our home dedication taken before the dedication started. And as you can see, 2 lovely, well, you can only see one, but there are other ones now behind it. There's a lovely home in Pasadena, 2 lovely homes in Pasadena, clearly in that very much a craftsman, arts and crafts style that to, fit in with the rest of beautiful Pasadena. So again, just to contrast, May 2019 on the left was the second day of Women Build. And then in October, it was we were dedicating the homes, and 2 really wonderful families were moving in. And they were able to do so quickly thanks to the great kickoff that Women Build gave us. But if you don't believe me, let me share some words from our Women Build 2019 honoree, Liz. She said, the first time I volunteered as a Habitat for Humanity women at a Habitat for Humanity Women Build project, I had never before felt so physically spent and emotionally renewed at the same time. It was wonderful. So like I said, if you don't believe me, those are Liz's words. And that is really what we are hoping for with Women Build, is that you are learning a lot, so your head hurts. So you're learning how to build. You are physically just spent, but at the end of the day, you are just filled with a really wonderful feeling of accomplishment in what you've done, not only and learned as a new builder, but also what you've done for these amazing families that will be living there. So I think Liz just summed it up so nicely, and I could not be prouder of having been had to meet Liz and have her be one of our first honorees. So, what's new for 2020? This year, we're really excited to have a very user-friendly registration using a portal called classy.org, and that's for all of our individual participants. And we'll walk you through that, or I'll show you how to go through that. We also this year have incentives for individuals and teams, as well as having Spirit of Women Build honorees. So the difference, as you
has joined the meeting.
Sorry, just got interrupted there. So let me go through and share with you our new portal, the incentives, and then tell you a little bit about our Spirit of Women Build honoree program. So here's one of our awesome volunteers, and she's making sure that you know that she is all about Women Build. So our Women Build this year is Friday, May 1st and Saturday, May 2nd. Do need to be really honest with you. We're looking for 200 women builders, so 100 on Friday and 100 on Saturday. Saturday is already over. We're over halfway there for So basically I'm saying more than 50 people have signed up for Saturday already. You do need to be 16 and over, just like at any of our builds. And we want people from all backgrounds and all walks of life. So we love to have 16-year-old builders, 17-year-old builders, as well as, seniors, grandmas, grandpas. We would love to have you all. And as I said, we are trying to raise this year $50,000 to build more homes in the San Gabriel Valley region. So those are our kind of the big overview picture of what Women Builders is and really our goals. So it's, more women builders and raising more monies for those amazing families to live in great homes. So how's it going to work? Step one, Women Unite. You can participate as an individual. You can be a team leader and get together up to 10 of your friends, or be sponsored by your corporation, let's say, or the company that you work for. Or maybe you own a company and you want to sponsor a group. Fantastic. We have opportunities for you as well. Step two, Women Give. There for individuals, we have a $250 minimum to participate in Women Build. Then our teams for a total of 10 people max. So each team, so be aware that even if you're only a team of 3, your total raised is still a $2,500 minimum. Okay, so from a team of 2 to a team of 10, their minimum is $2,500. And then our sponsor groups, we have various sponsorship levels. And like I said, Francis will be sharing that with you shortly. And then step 3, you participate. And so Women Build. And like I said, May 1st, May 2nd, and Saturday, May 2nd is already over halfway filled. So we will, and I'm really excited to have this particular slide because it just shows how simple it is to, raise 250, which is the minimum, a $500 sample, and then a $1,000 sample in a week. Can you believe that? But basically, there are 3 steps. You ask, you follow up, and you thank the person, whether they say yes or no. You always thank the person that you're asking to support you. And so I'm there again. These are just samples of how to do it. I'm going to show you the 250, excuse me, and then the $1,000 a week. I trust that if you really want to see how to do 500, you can read that one as well. But basically, you would maybe perhaps support yourself, sponsor yourself with a $50 donation. Maybe ask 5 neighbors for $5 each. There's another 25. Some of your friends who you can get a little bit more from for $15 each. There's 150, and then you ask a relative who's really supportive of what you do to support you and donate $25 to your fundraising page on Classy. Clearly, you can just quadruple that, and that would be your $1,000 week, or you could maybe only can give $100 as a personal donation. Ask 10 neighbors for $20 each, maybe 16 friends for 25 each, and then 6 relatives for 50, and that would be your 1,000. Yes, I know that is very simple math, and really the ask, follow up, think process is a little bit more in depth than what I've just gone over. But the really exciting thing is that starting next week, all of our participants who are doing fundraising will receive regular tips, tricks, encouragement from us. Basically, we're going to do all the work for you so that you can just, post things on your social media. We'll maybe have some scripts and things to say to ask, or how to word things when you are asking for someone to donate. You absolutely don't have to use the tips and tricks that we send out, but I can assure you these are tried and true and proven examples and proven methods for that fundraisers use. And so we cannot wait to share that with you, and we're really excited to be starting that program, that fundraising support for women builders next week. And so be checking your email soon, or on next Wednesday. All right. So We'll also be providing you
has left the
this
meeting.
this or a similar slide, probably a little bit more in depth, but this is just what's called a memory jogger. And so it's to let you to kind of, again, jog your memory to help you recall or think about friends, family, community members, any kind of membership associates that you may have. I love asking in that larger circle on the right, the professionals like your hairstylist. I think, gosh, you know what? I have given my hairstylist probably thousands of dollars, and I've never asked her for anything back. So what better ideal, what better movement than Women Build to ask your, hairstylist, your dentist, your chiropractor to support you in something that's really important to you and will help women and families in the San Gabriel Valley have a safer life and a better living situation.
Has
So
joined the meeting.
there you go. Just some food for thought. So this is, again, this is would be just a piece of one of the tips and tricks that we would be providing for you. All right. So this year, another exciting aspect of Women Build, beyond having you all get actual fundraising tips and tricks, is that we are doing cumulative incentives. And so the more you raise, the more you receive. So any individual alone or on a team, so not a corporate sponsor, but anyone who has a fundraising page with us through Classy, the $250 is your basically your entry fee, right? For your 1 day of Women Build. And that $250 will give you your Women Build t-shirt. I'm sure you noticed some of those nifty Women Build t-shirts in the earlier slides. And so the blue ones are the Women Builders. And then there's different colors, and we'll explain what those are day of. But basically there's team leaders, and then there's crew, and then there's also support staff. And so you'll be able to differentiate us by our t-shirt colors. For anyone who raises $500, you'll get an all-in-one steel
Participant
tool.
has left the meeting.
At the $1,000 level, funny, is also a multifunction laser level. At the $2,000 level is a still magnetic flashlight. And for anyone who raises $3,000 or more individually, will be a relaxing spa experience. Our top fundraiser will get a 2-night getaway at a local luxury hotel. And our top fundraising team will receive a trophy hammer, or hammer trophy, not a trophy hammer. That was weird. A hammer trophy to display, and we'll make sure you get your awesome name on there as well. So some fun things. We haven't done that before, but we're really excited to be able to offer this program this year. So let's talk teams. This is one of our awesome teams from last year. And actually, this was a building team. And so these people got together or came together that day. They didn't know each other before. On the far right, you see Chrissy, our top-notch crew leader, and she will be heading up crew leader training along with some of our construction staff this year. So if anyone's interested in becoming a crew leader and leading a group, if you're a team captain, you don't have to be a crew leader. It's great if you are, but crew leading is actually a commitment to learn how to run the construction crew that day for Women Build. So your team is a group of family, friends, and funsters, right? Because you don't want boring people on your team, right? You want fun people who you can get dirty with and sweat with and laugh with and cry with on your Women Build Day. So make sure you get people who you absolutely enjoy being around and are fun and positive. Because at 2:30 in the afternoon, after you've been hammering away all day, you'll want people who are positive on your team. Trust me. So we want you to build a team of up to 10 people. That includes you as the team captain. And we are encouraging people to create awesome team names. Right now, I think we have a team called, what is it, the Hard Hat Hotties maybe, or what is it, Nailed It? Yeah, so we've got some fun names like that, but you'll see when you sign up as a team or when you create your team, you'll see some of the names, and hopefully that will inspire you. Yeah, I don't know, Women Build Wowies, I don't know. But anyway, so you'll register on Classy as a team. And again, that fundraising minimum, whether you're a team of 2 or 10, is $2,500. Alrighty. So here we go on to the next. So Corporate sponsored teams. Francis, I hope you are online now. I cannot see if you are. Apologies. Oh, you are. And let me see. I am going to allow you. Yep, you are. You should be able to speak, Francis. So take it away and tell us all about corporate sponsored teams. No? Okay. Sorry, folks. Okay, I'm not sure why. Um,
What about now? Can you
oh,
hear me?
there we go, Francis. Yay, we can hear you.
Wonderful. All right. All those technical glitches, but I promise it's worth it. And Leah, thank you so much for taking us through that first part. I am Francis. I have the honor and pleasure of working with Leah. And we are really excited about Women Build this year. Women Build, you know, as Leah said, it's not just a time to get together and build. It is, but it's really the time to make a difference. As women and as allies of women, it's our opportunity to say that a world in which everyone can participate, a world in which all genders are welcomed and empowered, is a world where we can make even more progress. And so Women Build is our opportunity to show that when we come together, we can change lives. And I have to tell you, from being at the home dedication last October for the Women Build houses, it was incredible to see women builders who had returned. It was so nice to see the families opening their homes with their keys, their completed homes for the first time. It's nice to know that this is a movement that really does change people's lives and change people's lives for the better. So I am here to talk about corporate sponsored teams. So Leah took us through what it would look like to be an individual participating in Women Build. So you can come on your own. She also talked to us about what it would be like to form a team. So friends, family members, sisters, siblings, community members, neighbors, really the sky is the limit. The third category is corporate sponsored teams. So that gives really any organization the opportunity to not only send a group of women builders, but also strengthen your brand, broaden your competitive edge, and really stand out in the community as a partner who is trying to make the San Gabriel Valley a place where all can thrive. So if you look to on the right of the screen, you'll see some of our previous Women Build sponsors. And what I love is that they come from all backgrounds and sectors. We have people from direct mail and marketing, that's Brewer Direct. We have folks from architecture and the construction industry. You'll see AIA, American Institute of Architects. Rainbird, they were a big sponsor of some of the landscaping hydration materials that we needed. We have insurance sponsors, bank sponsors, restaurant sponsors. So it was great to see all of that diversity. And we can go to the next slide. So how do corporate teams work? So corporate teams, there's a lot of flexibility. So corporate teams could come in at anywhere from $5,000 to $50,000. So there are opportunities for big and small companies alike. And there are also specific benefits that go along with those sponsorships. So in addition to having reserved Women Build spots, there are also other benefits, like I won't read them all to you because they're all listed, and I'm happy to answer any questions about those either at the end or in a follow-up conversation. But we really tried to customize the sponsorship opportunities to make sure that the group sponsoring can really get their name and their brand out there. So if a sponsor comes in at a certain level, they'll have the opportunity to speak at the event and share why they're excited to be partnering with Habitat. There are press release opportunities. There are opportunities for sponsors to co-brand with us. We really want to help our sponsors get press coverage. We really, as I said, want the community to know about incredible corporate citizens in our community. So if you want more information about that, as Leah said, our slots are filling up, but we do have a few more opportunities for sponsors, so we would love to talk to you. My contact information is at the bottom of the slide. It's also on our website, so you're welcome to get my contact information from there as well. On to the next page.
Great. So this year, we have actually named our award the Spirit of Women Build Award. And so we are looking to honor exceptional women who is someone who unites people in her community. She gives her time, her talent, or her treasure to fight for advancements in social justice, and who really upholds and builds up and just really honors other women. And in turn, we want to be able to honor her. And so the nomination form is available on our website, and we've actually opened up the process. So here's another thing that's new this year. We have actually opened up the nomination to anyone, whether you're a women builder or not. If you're just somebody here who doesn't think, oh, you know what, I'm not available May 1st and 2nd, but I know a wonderful woman who who I want to nominate for the Spirit of Women Build. And so while we would love it if it is somebody who is a crusader for affordable housing like we are, she doesn't have to be. If she is just someone who is, when you think of like, a social justice warrior, but someone who really cares about others and is willing to loan her time and talent and treasure to others in support of social justice issues, we would love to hear about her. And we really ask that you nominate women like that.
I wanted to volunteer to build a house.
Hi. Sarah, I think we need to make sure we mute you. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Let me see if I can take care of that. Yep, there we go. Okay, so, all right. There we go. Sorry, my slide wouldn't advance. So, just a quick recap of how it works from now until May 2020, or now until May. We are asking that you can participate as an individual and raise at least $250. You can form a team of up to 10 people and raise $2,500. Again, 2 people to 10 people is a team. The team total, or the team minimum fundraising goal is $2,500. Or you can become a sponsor. And I apologize, that says February. I should make that say April, but through April 3rd, we'll be accepting nominations for the Spirit of Women Build Award. And again, Frances will be collecting those. And the form is on our webpage. All right. So who is ready to be in Women Build 2020? I know I muted you all, so you can't. I'm sure you all are screaming me, and jumping up and down, right, and raising your hands. So I'm just going to assume it's everybody on this call. So there's, like I said, there is a new Classy portal, and so that's the Classy link here, or you can link it to it and learn a little bit more about Women Build on our website. So there's sgvhabitat.org/womenbuild, or you can go directly to the Classy link and sign up as a team captain to build a team, or individually. And I'm going to show you one really cool thing. I hope this works. Oh, it's not. I apologize. Okay, so let me just, I don't know what I just did to my PowerPoint. Sorry, folks. But on the Classy link is a, what do you call it? There'll be there's an option for a zero enrollment, and what you can click into that, and it will show you all the registration pages. And I apologize, I'll try and pull that up, but oops, in the meantime, while we try and do that, if you wouldn't mind trying to do that, Brianna, we will, if anyone has any questions, we would love to answer them. So feel free to raise your hand if you have any questions and I will unmute you. Unless you can unmute yourselves, then feel free and go ahead and ask your question. Let's see. Yes. Okay. I'm going to try one other way to see if I can't get to that link because that is really helpful. So let me see if I can do that. I'm going to end the slideshow. You're going to see a very messy desktop. I apologize. And let's see. Oh, here we go. Maybe that's what's going on. Okay, so here is the Classy page. Yay, it came up. Thank you so much. So you know what happened? I actually did pull it up. It was my slides were covering it. Yeah, still learning WebEx, folks. Okay, so as you can see, you can register or you can, when you're become a registrant, you will send this on to friends, family, acquaintances, right? Your hairstylist, and have them donate. So there's a really simple way to have them do that. And then Women Unite, Women Give. Okay, so so far on the page itself, because people have been signing up since December, we've already received $4,700 in donations already. But as you can see, our goal is 50,000. So we're not even a tenth of the way there. So we really need folks to sign up, register, and donate. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what it's like if you hit the registration. And I'm going to go in just as an individual. If you want to be a team captain, you would create a team. Press this one, and then you would send, they provide you a link that you could send to your friends to join your team or tell them your team name, and they would go in and join a team. I will be honest with you, there have been a few, not many people who came in as individuals, but they really meant to join a team. Just give us a call and let us know, and we can easily put them into your team. All right. So what, as you can see, there is day 1, May 1st, day 2, May 2nd. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and show you, and you can do this on your own too if you want to, you know, show it to a friend or whatever, and you would go ahead and so just if you want to see it, like I said, share as a webinar attendee demonstration. That's a zero and cost. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you what it would be like to go through that process. There you are. So you would complete this first page of the registration. And it's basically, wait, let me go a little bit slower because that was real annoying. Sorry about that. Mr., Ms., etc. Obviously, if it's got the red asterisks, those are necessary. First name, middle name, last name, suffix, email, birth date. That is actually very important because we do need to make sure that people are over 16 years old. Probably should have made that a red asterisk. I will go in and fix that. Home phone, address, city, state, zip, company name, website name, and then gender. That's just more for our statistics. Thanks. Emergency contact and their phone. And then we have our basically our event waiver. And there you have it. So if you were to hit next, like I just did, it would say, oh, no, we need all these required fields. So make sure that you get the red asterisk fields. And that is, you know, basically that's it. So it's very simple. You accept the waiver agreement. If any of you have volunteered with us and in Volunteer Hub, this is the exact same waiver, but we still need you to assign it through Classy in order to get you your page, to get your page started. So there you have it. If anyone is interested, I'm going to go ahead and quickly fill in some of these. Let me see. Say I live at my office because I kind of do. Let me see. I'm just going to give Jen. This is not my birthday, but I'll just give a. Let me see. Oh, let's make me. Oh, to be. Oops. To be 18 again, right? All right. Oh, good. I filled it all in. Yay. Oh, look at that. We can even say prefer not to state, but I'm me. Okay, and then let's see. I'll say myself again, just to make that really quick. I'll accept the waiver agreement. And so you can see what the next, oh, what did I forget? Did I forget something? Oh, California. There we go. Next. There we go. So the other thing that you have to do, let's see, is, oh, that is really, oh, I see. So I see. So if this is where you would do a donation, if you wanted to sponsor yourself, and then you can put in whatever amount. And let's see, what's that? Oh, if you'd like to continue to give to Habitat Monthly, that would be awesome. I'm going to encourage that too. It's called being part of our Carpenters Club. You'll hear more about that, I'm sure. You can also skip donation if you won't be donating to your own fundraising. That's okay. And then you check out. And that's part of the transaction fee, like if you are going to be sponsoring yourself partially or in full. All righty. And then I'm assuming this would light up, say purchase, unless you've skipped, and then you're done. So it's that simple. And like I said, the one for if you're going to join a team, it's very simple. There's the option then to which team do you want to join, and then you would click on that team. But like I said, if you miss it, that's okay. Just let us know and we'll put you into your team. Okay, so I've got a question here that's saying, why is fundraising a part of Women Build? And gosh, that is actually a really great question. And I would say, why do we fundraise at all at Habitat? And it's simple, but then at the same time, it's kind of complex. There's two pieces to building a house, right? Like you need our dedicated volunteers who, give of their time and their talent and their new skills to build those homes for our Habitat families, or to build those homes alongside, which is even really more fun, alongside our Habitat families. And if, let's say, Home Depot, oh gosh, what is it like, where else do we get our, Lowe's, if Home Depot, Lowe's, those where we get our supplies, if they accepted volunteer work to purchase those supplies, absolutely. But as you can, we would just say, okay, just volunteer, but they don't. They charge us. We are in a very expensive area of the country, and so while we do try and maximize our dollars at every chance we get, and Habitat for Humanity International goes into national agreements, we still people don't donate lumber. People aren't donating hammers, nails, tile, paint, flooring. So we need two things. We need people to build, but we also need the materials. And as long as we are, getting charged for that, that's why we ask people to donate. So as you can imagine, $250 would get a lot of nails. It would get, some part of the frame of a wall, or a cabinet where, a kitchen cabinet where, really healthy meals can now be prepared safely, next to a stove that gets put in that, may not have been an option for our families beforehand. So, so yeah, we do ask for donations. We ask our corporations, as well as our individuals for Women Build specifically, to donate. And as well as give their time and talent. Yeah, so that's why. So thank you for asking, why is fundraising part of Women Build, and because it's part of how we build in the U.S. We don't get building materials for free, or land for free, for that matter. Very rarely does that happen, and so yeah, it truly does take a village, and so We ask that you fundraise for Women Build. And I wasn't kidding. If you are able to give on a monthly basis, you can do that through classy.org. You can do that through our webpage, and that's part of being what's called Carpenters Club. And we love it when people are thinking of us every month and donating. So I'll give a shout out to Carpenters Club and a plug for Carpenters Club as well, if you would consider that. So thank you for asking. Okay, any other folks with questions? Let's see. Oop, I got something. Okay, let's see. If you put a group together, can you place your group name on the back of the Women Build t-shirt? Oh, that would be so much fun. However, the shirts are given at the day of. So we do ask that for Women Build, everyone's t-shirts stay the same. So even our staff shirts, they don't say staff. They're just a different color, but they still have the exact same logo front and back. Our crew leaders, same thing. They're just, the only designation is the color. So, you know, I wouldn't stop you all from, you know, maybe bringing, you know, if you guys have stickers or as many of you know, we do some fun things where stickers would be very appropriate that you could place on perhaps a hard hat or maybe on, you know, something to, you know, to put on the buttons maybe, I think would be okay. I think we can absolutely get creative and help with ideas, but the shirts are given that morning of Women Build. So thank you for asking. See. Anyone else? Any other questions? No? Okay. Well then, if there are no questions, don't forget to register at classy.org. Go to our website and or you can go through our website and have the link for Classy. Sign up as an individual. Think about getting a team together. There is a really awesome team from one of our local hospitals who has just exploded. There are actually 4 teams, but for ease, we're keeping them in one team. And so we're yeah, that's an impressive team there. But yeah, but feel free to create a team. Feel free to come by yourself. Let's see. Oh, here's another question. Sorry, talking about t-shirts. If the team is sponsored, oh, sorry about that. Yes, if the team is sponsored by your corporate, so like, you know how we saw those other corporations and we were talking about like AIA and ARIA and what was it, Rainbird? Those, that sponsorship is at a different level, obviously, you know, as Frances mentioned. And so the logos are placed on the Women Build t-shirts. And in the past, they've gone on the back. So the Women Build logo is what's on the front, and the sponsors are on the back. So yes, you can put the logo if you're sponsored, but if you're talking about a team, that's when I would say, you know, maybe a sticker or a patch or something like that. Okay, any other questions, comments, concerns, excitement? Okay, let's see. All right. Well, then, if no one has any other questions, at least on the webinar, thank you so much for the last 45 minutes. It has been such a pleasure talking to a screen. And if you do have any questions, feel free to email me. I'm Leah, Leah, at sgvhabitat.org, or feel free to call me at 626-566-7348. We will have a recording of this